Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the historic Greenfield Village and Greenfield Village Railroad. For the safety of our younger runners, we ask that the adults should place themselves on the outside of the road. If that's not practical, please hold them or have them easy. Remain seated till we come to a complete stop. Keep all your body parts inside the car. No eating food, no smoking. Our trip around the village will take approximately 30 minutes. We'll have 2 additional stops. Greenfield Village is divided into historic districts. The Henry Ford Model T District is first on the left. There's where you can enjoy a ride on the authentic Model T to the interior of the village. Visit Henry Ford's birthplace, the White Farmhouse, built in 1861. He was born there in 1863. He moved in here in 1944 from 3¼ miles away, which is now the corner of Ford Road and Greenfield Road. Main Street District is where the Wright Brothers Home and Cycle Shops are. They're authentic buildings coming to us from Dayton, Ohio, built in 1870. Learn about the beginning of aviation. Visit Mrs. Cullen's Millinery Shop in downtown Detroit, built about 1860. That's the Reverend H.J. Hines Building, built in 1835 in Sharpsburg, Pennsylvania. And Sir John Dennis Meat Shop in Lumber, England, all on Main Street. Behind the Ford Motor Company to the left is the loading dock for the Works of the next historic district. Thomas Edison is credited with 1,093 U.S. patents. Many more from England, France, and Germany. On the village green is the Logan County Courthouse, where Abraham Lincoln practiced law, built in 1840 in Lincoln, Illinois. The great building here is a rebuilt Menlo Park Laboratory. The gold building is Sarah Jordan's boarding house. Many of the men who work for Edison have lived there. It's one of the first buildings in the United States wired for electricity. Next to Sarah Jordan, Edison's official Fort Meyer Open Laboratory. Around the corner from him, the Luther Burbank Garden Hall is the only building from the west coast of the United States. Built in 1906 in Cedar Road, California. Pennsylvania. This is the entranceway in the Forces and Harvest District. Here you can visit historic homes such as Noah Webster's 1823 home from New Haven, Connecticut. Robert Frost in the Maddox Farmhouse, the Hermitage Lake Farm, you'll want to see up on Route 20. The other side of the bridge and up the sidewalk to the right, the sandstone complex is the Cotswold Cottage, built in 1619 in Chatsworth County, England. We'll be stopping directly ahead here. This is Susquehanna Station. It's a 4-minute stop, and then we'll depart for the Northern Express Street Depot. If you're going to the historic baseball game, this is your stop. Remain seated for now. Wait for that whistle from the engineer. One loud blast indicates that you'll set the aircraft, and then if you say it's taken up the next And for the safety of our younger riders, we ask that the adults would then place themselves on the outside of the road. If that's not practical, please hold them or have them easily in your reach. Remain seated till we come to a complete stop. Keep all your body parts inside the car. No eating, no smoking. Thank you. So we're underway now for the Northern District people. The white building here is the Susquehanna Plantation, built in the very early 1800s. Comes to us from St. Mary's County, Maryland, on the Patuxent River. 700 acres of tobacco, wheat, and corn. And we have tobacco and corn growing on the land. A rust-colored building is the oldest American-made building in the village, dating to the early 1600s, the Plimpton House. where Mr. and Mrs. Plimpton raised 7 children in that one-room building in South Sunbury, Massachusetts. The windmill is the Ferris windmill, considered the oldest in the United States, built in 1640. On Cape Cod, it was a gift to Henry Ford by his National Dealer Association in 1926. The dark gray building next to us, the Daggett Townhouse, dated 1754, and over to Connecticut. The historic locomotive pulling us today is the number 3 Quartz Lake, the oldest operating steam locomotive in the United States. Built in 1873, it originally worked the copper mine for the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, donated to us in 1968, the last of its kind. The horses are Percheron, Draft horses, or gentle giants that do a lot of work in Greenville Village, pulling the carts and wagons, and working the farms. They get their legs off the hard surfaces of the village, back out on the terra firma for about 4 days relaxing before they put back into service. About 2 o'clock on the horizon, a little hazy today, but the superstructure to the Gordie Howe International Bridge is sort of popping every day. Just opened up this week for traffic. The area we're going through now is the wetland and wildlife reserve. There are some white-tailed deer, fox, and coyote spotted back here. Various birds such as blue herons, white egrets, red-tailed hawks, and occasional eagles. Blasted steam coming out the left side of the process steam locomotive go through the purge the boiler of any debris at the bottom. They refer to as a blowdown. The Henry Ford is a non-profit, independent educational institution not affiliated with the Ford Motor Company or the Ford Foundation. We're supported by our donors, our members, and our guests. And the field here is Walnut Grove. It's an activities field throughout our season. We do many things in part out here. During the summertime, right now, we're on Saturday and Sunday, it's historic baseball. Using 1867 baseball rules, baseball gloves are optional, not preferred. The Royal Oak Wahoos will be playing our home team of the Body Dogs here, cracking the bat at 1:30. A lot of fans come here very early to get a good seat, get their lawn chairs and blankets out there and enjoy historic baseball. The red brick building to the left is Noah Webster's house. A large complex we're approaching is the Henry Ford Academy. It's a charter high school. Over 525 students attend, selected through a lottery system in Wayne County. Graduation rate exceeding 95%. The curriculum focus is on science, technology, engineering, the arts, and math. The 10th, 11th, and 12th graders have classrooms here in the village. The 9th graders are in the indoor museum. When Henry Ford opened Greenfield Village in 1929, he wanted to convey the inspiration of the American genius to the students. With Henry Ford, it was always students first. He could be seen with them in the classrooms and on field. He wanted to inspire them through America's traditions of ingenuity, resourcefulness, and innovation, and we continue that here today. These three Pullman cars on the left are senior class classrooms. Of the small white stone building is the Martha Mary Chapel, a non-denominational chapel very popular for weddings throughout our season. The name comes from Henry Ford's mother-in-law Martha and Mother Mary. It's one of the original buildings here. The green building is to teach the history of the cafeteria-style restaurant. Connected to it over farther down is a white building, the Eagle Tavern, built in 1830 in Clinton, Michigan, about 50 miles away. As we can experience a sit-down meal with people in period clothing serving. We'll be making a slight right turn here heading to Daylow Junction, stopping at Spin Street Depot platform. It's a 4-minute stop, and then conductor Christine will take you up to the front gate. If you choose to get off here, you're in walking distance to the 1913 Herschel Spillman Carousel, the Playground, Edison Illuminating Company, Detroit Central Marketplace, the Roundhouse, and Spin Street Depot. You remain seated and wait for that whistle before you get.
Courage, please stay hydrated today. We're making our way over to the Firestone Station, which is the entrance to the Greenfield Village. Sit back and enjoy the train ride. My name is Christine and I'm your conductor. Thank you. As we pull away, we'll wave goodbye to our station master, Mike. Thank you for making sure everybody boarded safely and getting us out on time. We are now in our Railroad Junction district. The Smith Street Depot on your left was built in 1858 by the Grand Trunk Railway. Smith Creek, the city, is located about 10 miles west of Port Huron, Michigan. Henry Ford had this depot brought here in 1929. He learned that was a young Thomas Edison connection. Across the street is our Edison Illuminating Power Plant, where young Henry Ford had his first professional job as chief steam engineer. It is there where he developed and made that quadricycle back in 1896. It led to, the Model T car. And in front of us is the Detroit-Toledo-Milwaukee Roundhouse, built in the year 2000, made to look like one from Marshall, Michigan, back in 1884. In front of it sits the Pierre Marquette turntable, built in 1901. It's manually operated and it weighs in at 40 tons. And you get a chance to test your strength at turning that turntable with one of our staff members. It looks like they're doing some kind of an exercise there on the turntable right now. Going into the roundhouse, you'll learn about the history of the railroad. You will also see our other 2 steam locomotives that we use here on a regular basis. And just beyond these trees, that takes us into our Liberty Craftworks district, where you can see glass blowing, pottery making, weaving, and a printing office. Our artisans are working like they did back in the 1800s, using some of the tools and implements that they used back then. And we also have the Ranger grist mill, the Gunsel returning mill, the Fripp sawmill, all located here as well, built in the 1800s. a genuine working farm. Our staff dressed in period clothing showed life like that up on the farm. 1885, carrying out the chores that they would have. The home on your right is the birthplace of Harvey Firestone. It was built in 1828 from Columbiana County, Ohio. He's a person who supplied Henry Ford with tires for the Model T cars. The crops growing on either side of the train are true to what the Firestone family would have had. Those are heirloom seeds passed on from generation to generation. And way the far back right, those are merino sheep that are kind of like just enjoying their rest. True to what the Firestone family would have had. In fact, the cash crop for the Firestone family was wool from the merino sheep. We are now coming into our Firestone station. Remain seated. The engineer will celebrate, giving us the sound of the signal whistle that lets us know it's safe to come off the train. Should you be boarding here, you'll exit to the right side of the train. You are just a short walk from the Firestone station, Firestone Farm, from the Liberty Craftworks, and from the Model T loading dock. Wait for the whistle one more time.